Hello everyone, welcome to Shop Wasabi Aquarium channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to prepare the driftwood before placing them in an aquarium. Actually, I've already made a few videos on the topic on this channel, but since I'm constantly receiving a lot of questions about driftwoods, I decided to gather all the information I've already talked about, plus a few extra tips on this topic, and make a definitive edition video. What I concluded from the questions I receive daily, people are wondering if they would have to prepare the driftwoods before placing them in an aquarium. And also people wants to learn how to get rid of tannins that are in the driftwood. Basically, everybody wants to know what to do with their driftwoods before placing them in an aquarium. So I'm going to teach you guys all of that. About the driftwoods, everybody knows they contain tannins. So people are wondering if they need to go through the process of getting rid of tannins. Well, personally, I don't think we need to go through the process of getting rid of tannins that are in driftwoods at all. In this room, there are many layouts of driftwoods here, but I didn't get rid of tannins from any of them, and just placed them in aquariums with no process of that. So why wouldn't I get rid of tannins out of driftwoods, you may ask? I am going to list up 3 reasons why. First of all, tannins do not possess any toxic ingredients. I mean, of course, if tannins would cause any harm to living species inside of the aquarium, they must be taken care of before placing them in an aquarium. But since tannins are naturally derived ingredients, they wouldn't cause any harm inside the aquariums. That will be my first reason. Secondly, the process of getting rid of tannins out of driftwoods is very time consuming, and you wouldn't be able to place the driftwoods in aquariums right away. If you are a person who would want to place the driftwoods in aquariums as soon as they arrive, or you have a busy life, I assume it's hard to find so much extra time to spend on aquariums. On that note, if you don't get rid of tannins out of driftwoods, it would save so much time, and you will be able to create your ideal aquarium in a short amount of time. Lastly, even if you want to get rid of tannins afterwards, it's very easy to take tannins out without taking the driftwoods out from the aquarium. Personally, this is the biggest reason why you wouldn't have to get rid of tannins beforehand. For example, let's say you place the driftwoods inside the aquarium right away. Your biggest concern would probably be how they would turn the clean water inside a little dirty. Clear water is essential as far as the visual of the aquarium, since they are for ornamental use. So what could we do if the water turns dirty after you place the driftwoods in? Well, if you own an aquatic plant aquarium, you most definitely have an external filter on it. All you have to do is place activated charcoal inside of the external filter. As long as those activated charcoal are placed in an external filter, the carbon will take out all the colored stains inside of the aquarium and make the water inside clear again. I'd say this process is super convenient. Of course, you could get rid of tannins beforehand with a bucket full of water and some tannins remover, but the process could consume so much of your time. Instead, you could do it the easy way with activated charcoal afterwards. If you want to get more details on that process, I'll leave the link in the description, so make sure to go check them out. I mean, if you got an external filter, you'll just have to place activated charcoal inside of the filter. But if you got a throw-in filter or a filter bed for your aquarium, this process that uses activated charcoal isn't possible. In that case, you'll have to go through the normal process of getting rid of tannins if you really want to after all. One thing about tannins is that the process of getting rid of them isn't a one and done situation. You'll have to take care of your driftwood and throw in activated charcoal once in a while. In my case, I always have activated charcoal in every external filter here. Alright, let's talk about another problem when it comes to preparing driftwoods. Well, it's not related to tannins. It's the fact that driftwoods float in aquariums. I'd say this is a way bigger problem than worrying about tannins. So next up, I am going to show how to prevent that from happening to you. Now I'm going to teach you about buoyancy measures of driftwoods. As you can tell from the name driftwood, It's obvious that they will float without any preparation. Let's talk about the solution. Here I compose an example of how the aquarium would look with driftwoods inside. With this example, I want you to picture that your driftwoods and aquatic plants are all set up, and all you have to do is to fill up the aquarium with water. If you fill this aquarium with water, just like the way it is, driftwoods will float and also destroy the look you created in the aquarium with it. In that case, you'll have to start off with the process of setting up the look you want for your aquarium again. So how can we prevent that? As soon as your setup is good to go, place something heavy on top of your driftwood. Let me show you how it's done. Here I have a stone. You'd want to focus on finding a right rock, as in size or how much they weigh. But before you start looking for a stone, I just want to warn you that driftwoods float with a lot of force. So you'd want to pick something big, even if they're a little oversized or overweight in your opinion. About the type of stones you should choose. Most of the stones out there are completely usable in this case, but avoid the alkaline type stones if possible. Because driftwood layouts have an ability to make the water inside softer, but alkaline stones would ruin that effect. So I choose a stone that wouldn't ruin the water quality in an aquarium. This one is a laver type sansui stone from Aqua Design Namano, here after ADA. And I suggest you to use sansui stones like this that won't affect the water quality inside the aquarium. If you don't own one of these, then that's totally fine. Anyway, let's place the stone. Just like this, place your stone on top of your driftwoods. Some stuff might float after filling the aquarium with water, but that could be fixed after removing the stones, so leave it be for now. I'll show you guys how this looks from the above later, but please focus on this angle for now. So here's the finished look. I'll show you how it looks from the above. Make sure all the woods have stones on top of them to weight them down. If you're still worried that they might float, place smaller stones in between to make sure they won't. After this process, we could finally fill the aquarium with water. One thing you should be cautious about is not to fill up the aquarium quickly. Even the stones are weighing them down, the water pressure might cause them to float, so fill the water slowly and carefully. If the woods are still starting to float, keep placing more stones to prevent the worst case scenario. I forgot to mention one more thing about the stones. What I wanted to mention was that you should match the stones to weigh down the woods with the stones that are used in the layout. This example layout doesn't use stones, but if you do use stones in your layout, you could maybe add those weight stones in your layout after removing them from on top of the woods. Matching these stones will make it easier for you to reuse the stones in the layout afterwards. After that, just finish up the layout like setting up the filter, insert some lights, and set up carbon dioxides, and keep observing the process. After a while, if the woods look like they soak up the water inside, and stones are all ready to be removed, then take all the stones out of the aquarium and finish up the layout. Again, there are a few things you have to be worried about. If you take out all the stones at once, in case the woods haven't soaked up the water, they will of course float up, and you'll have to do all the process you've done all over again. So the safest way to make sure if the driftwoods are ready is to take out the stones one by one, slowly and carefully. If you're still worried, leave them like that for a couple days. Depending on the kind of the woods you use, or how dense they are inside, the amount of time they need to be completely ready is unpredictable. Only if we know the exact amount of time we need, it will be much easier. Like these driftwoods are the home woods from ADA. But since no woods are the exact same, plus some parts are thinner than others, they can't tell you the exact days the woods needs to be ready. so I can't comment on suggested days either. It's important to keep an eye on them and decide whether it's ready or not by yourself. This weighing stone style of preparation that I showed you here is a good option for those of you who don't have much time, or for people that want to start setting up the aquarium immediately. If you don't match neither of those descriptions, then although it takes more time and effort, I suggest you have a big bucket ready and try the weighing stone style of preparation outside the aquarium. Just throw your driftwoods in water and place any kinds of stones, or even bricks, on top to really let the wood soak up the water. Then once the woods are ready, place them in your aquarium however you want to. This way you won't have to worry about your driftwoods to float and ruin the entire aquarium. And honestly, this method causes way less stress. Either way, choose the way that fits your schedule and needs. If you're busy or in a rush to finish setting up the aquarium, then place the driftwoods in the aquarium first. If not, then don't risk it and prepare the driftwoods in a bucket. How did you like the video? In this definitive edition video of driftwood preparation method, I got together and show you all the information I have on this channel. If you take care of the driftwoods just like I showed you, you'll have great success in creating an amazing layout. Having driftwoods in your layout would give the aquarium more volume for sure. Hopefully this video helped you even a little. Having driftwoods in your layout does make you spend more time and effort like prepping them to not to float and more, but they will change the water quality in your aquarium for better and also create a better environment for aquatic plants inside. So in the long run, driftwoods have a lot of benefits for your aquarium. Like I said, the preparation takes some effort, but they turn the water softer, and I would say they're nice to have in your aquarium. If you have any questions on them, or you want to know more about driftwoods, make sure to comment down below. I wouldn't be able to answer all of the questions, but if I see multiple questions about the same topic, I will make a video on those topics, like this video. If this video helped you and you're interested in more videos like this, please leave a like and subscribe to Wasabi Aquarium channel. I thank you in advance. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.